Reston, Virginia. Reston, Virginia. A little bit today.
Sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. You do. Show me something. Give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you're a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind, it feels so nice. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way. We've been dancing all night long. Right here with you way too long. Don't want nothing here or now. But I'm done waiting. Done wasting my time. Got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk. You need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way. On my way.
That song only about 3 minutes.
More. This is a short song, y'all, so maybe 2 more times. I really like this song. It's the only time a week that I listen to it, so we're going to have to listen to it again.
Don't let it fall on.
Probably the only time this is
Said
music,
you're a
baby.
good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind, feels so nice. We time. You, I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be
Yeah, he's
late.
sweet
Don't
talking.
be late.
Through all the lanes.
Hey.
Sweet
30
talk.
years later.
Sweet talk.
It's going to be 31 years,
No
isn't
need
it?
for
June
no
16th.
flowers, babe. I'm already on my way. On my way. Why you blushing? Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. You do. Show me something. Give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you're a good guy.
What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to Conversations with Heath and Tracy, designing your life in the DMV. We are here today in the DMV.
Again, every week, guys. We've been doing this every week. I'm so happy we're being very consistent.
Yes. Every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. EST, we come to you live.
And we want to say thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning. I'm upbeat because I'm a sun girl and the sun is out today.
It's that time of year.
It's that time of year.
It's spring. It's
excited.
Spring, y'all.
We're excited to talk to you about what's going on in the DMV. It's starting to liven up a little bit more. Winter is over. Hallelujah. First day of spring.
Spring has sprung.
Spring has sprung.
You know what it means to be sprung?
You got jokes.
It's true. Well, welcome to Conversations with Heath and Tracy, where we meet every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. EST to demystify your move to the DMV. So we're here. So ask us anything. Absolutely.
If you have a question, just type it in the comments below. Put a Q. He said, don't type in all caps.
Don't type in all caps.
Just put a Q.
Yeah.
If you want to comment. We take super chats.
There you go. And if you're thinking about the DMV, we want to help.
We do.
Yeah, we want to help.
We want to help you because we've done this and we've done it recently. And we decided that when we did it, we were like, okay, we need to help other people trying to do this because a lot of people are trying to move here right now.
Absolutely. So so today we're discussing Reston, Virginia, one of the awesome cities in the DMV. We're also going to talk about.
I used to live in Reston.
Well, you did, baby. This is your part. I'm sorry. I'm jumping on you. I'm jumping ahead of you.
It's okay. I'm used to you taking over. I'm used to it. So, yes, we're talking about Reston, Virginia today. I lived in Reston, Virginia a long time ago when I was in high school.
Back
it was
in the day.
part-time. My stepdad played for the Washington team. The football team.
Yep.
And we had a home in Reston, but we also had a home in South Florida. So I experienced Reston as a young person. It was pretty cool then, and it's very cool now.
Yeah.
What happened in the DMV, or what's happening in the DMV?
Yeah.
We're going to get out and get you guys some footage. I'm trying to figure out how to do this live outside.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But it's really hard to get a good feed and everything. So what we might do is just start going outside filming and then adding it to the show. And then for designing your life, we're talking about being resilient to things that are to challenges.
Very germane to the conversations
today. Yeah, I think
today.
it's really because when you're moving, when you're thinking about moving, when you have a dream and you want to design your life and move, I think that sometimes you come up against a little resistance.
Yeah. So
And
if this is your first time here, I'm Heath.
And I'm Tracy.
We are parents, podcasters, and joyfully married after 30 years.
Did y'all know we had a podcast?
Check out the podcast, too.
It doesn't talk about DC.
Yeah.
It talks about marriage and relationships.
Yeah, if you're in a relationship game and you want to be
Joyfully
deeper
married
into
after.
it, you want to get some value and some enrichment in your life around your relationship, check out Joyfully Married After.
Joyfully Married After.
On any audio
wherever
platform.
you listen to podcasting.
There you go. Little podcast plug right there. So, we're podcasters, parents, and joyfully married after 30 years. And so every Saturday, if you want an upbeat vibe to add that to your life, join us 11 a.m. EST, where we talk about demystifying your move to the DMV.
So if you need help relocating to this area, take a second and subscribe.
Hit the subscribe button. Where's the subscribe button, baby? Hit that thing.
I can't find it.
Hit that thing over here.
It's gone.
It's gone?
Yeah, I think it doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Well, y'all subscribe anyway.
Yeah.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
I'll have to fix that for next
to
week.
Heath and Tracy TV.
And if you're here.
If you're new here, definitely type new you.
New you?
Down in the comments. We want to know. We want to connect with you after the show, so let us know.
We'd love to meet you.
Yeah. Hit that button over there, baby. You going to bring us back in?
I'm going to do the intro again, guys. Hang in there.
Boom. Guys, welcome back to Conversations with Heath and Tracy, where we demystify your move to the DMV.
How'd y'all like that new intro?
It was dope. Like you, baby.
the other one was kind
All
of.
the intros are dope.
Okay, thank you, baby.
All of them.
Thank
If
you.
me and you are comprising the intros.
Oh my gosh.
What else can it be?
Oh my gosh.
But complete dopeness.
All right, you talk. I'm gonna run the scene so
All
people
right.
can see what we're talking about.
We're talking about the DMV, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going on today. And Reston, Virginia is our focus. Reston is a town in Virginia with a population of 61,147 residents, living souls out here in Reston, Virginia. Reston is in Fairfax County and is one of the best places to live in Virginia.
Really?
It is, absolutely.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yep, it offers residents a mix, an urban, suburban type of mix, right, in terms of the feel. Most residents own their homes in Reston.
Of course.
There are lots of restaurants, coffee shops, parks, lots of families and young professionals live in Reston. And Reston residents tend to have moderate political views. The schools in Reston are very highly rated. And Reston received an overall A+ rating in the niche rankings and is ranked as the 7th best place currently to live in all of Fairfax County.
Oh wow! It was founded as it's a planned community too. It's really cool. It's a planned community.
We talked about planned communities a couple times recently, right?
We have. We had Columbia last week.
Yeah, and we talked about where we used to live in
Peachtree City, Georgia. But we're talking about this area.
And we talked about where we lived in Cary.
Yeah, like Wellington in Florida and Peachtree City in Georgia. Reston is also a planned community. Okay, I need to move this
Yeah, they
up
started
for you.
constructing it in like the 1960s, and it still embodies its founding principles of live, work, play, and get involved.
Yep.
The internationally known community was built with the goal of revolutionizing post-World War II concepts of land use and residential corporate development in suburban America. In 2012, Reston was ranked 7th in the best places to live in all of America.
It was?
By CNN Money Magazine. So Reston is dope. Reston has the infrastructure. Reston has the outdoor fun, the schools, the community, the development, the master plan. All of those attributes are attributed to Reston.
Yeah, I like the feel when I'm out there. I got the map up right now, guys. Oh, look, baby, I did picture in picture this time. I figured it out.
Boom, I see you. Look at the tech.
Because I wanted everybody to see I wanted everybody to see the map. So we've got
I'm the map. I'm the map.
You can tell we have a lot of kids. So you can see how far it is from DC. So it's pretty far. We live in Arlington, so you can see why we chose Arlington. We wanted to be closer to the city and where he's going to be going in and work every day.
Yeah.
And then you can see how far it is. But I'm going to tell you this, guys. It's not a bad ride.
Yeah.
It's not a bad ride.
It's about 20 miles as the crow flies.
Okay, I never heard that one before, baby. Yeah, it's not a bad ride at all. The commute is decent, and we'll get into that a little bit more later. But that gives you an idea of how far it is. It is outside of the Beltway, but it's in a really, really nice area.
Yep.
As far as real estate, you're going to be looking at about $500,000 for your median home. The median rent, y'all, is the same all throughout DC. It's right around $1,800. You can get away with I just don't know where you can get less than $1,800 in the area, and that's
really in a nice place.
No, it's $1,800.
Right.
I think it's $1,800.
$1,800 is $1,800.
I don't think it matters. So get your $1,800 ready if you're renting,
and then you're good.
And you need about, it says, see, this is what's good about Reston. You got an urban suburban mix, which I think I like more.
That's the vibe.
Yeah, it's denser. So, but it's super suburban. It is definitely suburban. When you're out there, you don't really feel like you're part of DC.
Right.
So keep that in mind. And then your median home value, guys, this is pretty good. And I know it's a lot, but it's pretty good for this area.
Metro DC, yeah.
It's pretty good.
For the
so keep
DMV.
that in mind.
Yes.
So here's some homes that are for sale.
Yep.
Yeah, you've got 525, and the homes are older. They were built in the 70s, like I said, and I don't think you have many new homes
Yeah.
out there. It's pretty built out if you want to be like in the city center area.
Yeah, the appreciation
But 525, you're going to get a cute little home.
Right,
You know, you're
right.
going to get a cute little home. And then you've got, you know, as far as 865, as you can see, for a single family home. Let's look at the rents, mostly apartments. You've got a townhome, it looks like, for about $3,000 a month.
Okay.
I don't know what this 3-bedroom condo is for $650 is. I'm very confused by that. That's super confusing. But if you're trying to move here, I would call them ASAP. And
Say,
it just
yo.
popped up 11 hours ago.
Wow.
So
1,000 square feet.
I think
3,
it's
1.5.
a typo. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's probably
You think it's
1650.
1,600? Yeah, I can see that. Baby.
Oh, here, let's. I can't move it over.
It's probably 1,650.
This one is. I can't move it.
That's fine, baby.
Sorry. So let's go back to the rankings.
Okay.
So best suburbs to live in Virginia, it's number 18. Best suburbs for young professionals. I do agree with that. It says 27 because it's mostly families out there.
Right. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
I think that's what's going on there.
Absolutely.
The cost of living overall compared to the rest of the country.
Cost of living is about 38.9% higher than the U.S. average, right? And so, you know, that's consistent with respect to the DMV, a bit more than what we saw last week when we were talking about Columbia, Maryland, right? So I think that's something to keep in mind. But, you know, it just kind of depends on city to city comparison and contrast. If it's important for you to be in Reston, there's a lot of economic development, lots of business out there.
There are a lot of jobs
Right.
in Reston too.
Yeah, so if you're working out there, then that could be that could enhance what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
If you work in Reston, there are a lot of jobs out there. There's a lot of opportunity out there. So your level of living is pretty good out there.
Yeah. So you're living where you're working.
Speaking of working, let's hop to working.
What's going on with the work game? Medium household
So they've
income.
got a B minus.
Yeah.
And I think that's because some of the companies out there are smaller. So as you can see, the median household income is lower than what we've been seeing in the area. They do have a lot of people that make more money.
Yeah.
But you're not in the 80s and the 90s. You're more, the median is more in the 60s, and the household income isn't in the 150s.
Yeah. And again, that's if you're working specifically in Reston, right? So these are Reston specific numbers.
No. Yeah, this is Reston, Virginia. So most people that live out there kind of work out there.
Right.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people do come into town, and I guess as the area is growing in jobs, more people are going to move out there. So I think if you're looking for some place that has a lower cost of living, I think it's a great place to go. Let's look at crime. So it's darker pink. Get used to that. About like Arlington, about like, Rockville, and, those areas. It's because of the density.
It's
You got more people out there,
Yeah.
and it's pretty diverse too.
It is, yeah, no doubt.
Okay. And the other one is it's property crime. It's property crime, guys. It's not violent crime. But as you can see, it is higher. It is higher than the state of Virginia, and it is higher than Washington, Arlington, and Alexandria Metro, which is the next closest place in Virginia.
The Porch Pirates out there.
I have this. We have what is it called? What is it that we have? Blink. We don't have ring. We have blink.
Yeah.
And so
Why
we
you
have.
putting my business out there?
Okay. It's just not a big deal. And so everybody around here has ring.
Has something, yeah.
They have something.
Ring. or
But
whatever.
I'm obsessed. So every time somebody reports a little porch pirate crime or something, they put the video up on our little network thing, and I'm watching people looking. People are bold.
Yeah.
People looking at people packages and opening them
It's
up.
the flip game. They're trying to
it's
see if it's worth it.
And they like on your porch. They're like on your porch looking through your stuff. Now that has not happened here because
Right.
I keep it armed sometimes, but I sit in the window
They like,
and
yo,
work, so
yo.
I know everybody coming up to my house.
They're like, yo,
So-
can I flip this on eBay? Can I sell this somewhere?
Is that what
today?
they're trying to do?
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what's in there so they can determine is it worth taking it or just leaving it.
Okay, yeah, it's the porch pirate game in the DMV is strong, just so you know. And I mean, what is the police gonna do? They be like, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. So I think that's why they do it. So
Monitor your porch, people.
monitor your porch when you get your little notification saying it's there.
Yeah.
go get your stuff. Go get your stuff. So as you can see here, most people that live in Reston do make over $100,000. So that's something to keep in
Well,
mind.
that's household though, right?
Yeah, this one's household.
Right.
Let's see. No. I don't think this is household.
Yeah. Median household is 110,000.
Okay, yeah, it is household. Sorry about that guy.
Individual average income is 58.8.
Yep.
Right, and so that makes sense in terms of some of the jobs that you'll see out there where people will be executing. So if you have two people making that average, then that gets you to that medium household.
Yeah, and there are not a lot of people in Reston. It's saying here there's about 61,000.
Yeah,
that's not a lot. That's
right.
pretty good.
61,000, right? And so 10% Black, 10% Asian, right? 12% Hispanic community out there. So it is fairly
nice.
diverse.
It's got a nice little diverse mix out there.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, so you got some diversity out there.
Yep. And then how are they political wise?
Yeah, they lean left.
They lean left, like most of this
Northern
area,
Virginia.
like most of this area does.
Right.
So, I mean, it's nice if that's what you want, but no one is really overt about it. It's something as you get closer to D.C., people become more overt about it. They're wearing the shirts. They got the signs in the yard. That is one of the things I did like about moving here from North Carolina, one freaking state away, is it's freer here. And people of the lighter persuasion are very open with it.
Yeah.
They don't accept a lot of that crap, and they're very open with it. It's very nice. It's very welcoming. It's very different to be a Southern state.
Yeah.
I did hear this week that Virginia is the first Southern state to abolish the death penalty.
Yeah, that's big.
I don't believe in the death penalty. I don't know. You're up to your thing. I just think I don't believe in the death penalty because it's not given out equally. It's given more to people of color than anyone else, and I think it's wrong. So, and let me do a little tie-in. When I was in 3rd grade, I won a small scholarship, a little money from the Knights of Columbus for writing an essay about abolishing the death penalty, and now I live literally in walking distance from the Knights of Columbus.
Look at you.
Headquarters.
Look
I just
at
had to put that out there.
That's full circle
That's really
story.
nerdy for me. Isn't that nerdy? That's so nerdy. And every time I go by it, I think about winning. I think I won like $300. That was a lot for a little kid.
You a baller.
I was a baller. I don't know what I did with it though. I wish I had invested.
You put it in your piggy bank?
I should have invested it.
Did you buy a stamp collection?
What could I have invested it in? All the companies that are big now didn't even exist then.
You could have bought some stock somewhere.
I could have. Okay.
All right, so we talked about.
We talked about the commute a little bit.
Yeah. So the only thing we didn't talk about was.
Schools.
Was the schools? Yeah, because we get that.
Let me go back to commute. Let me go back to commute. I just threw that up there for a second.
Go
so
ahead,
the
baby.
commutes vary, as you can see. This is really cool, and I put this one up because it's a little different. Move it. They
Talk
can't
about
see
it.
your face, baby.
It's because you got the chart up.
I'm sorry. So the thing about this is that you can see everybody there's a lot of work around their home in Reston. So that's what I see when I see this.
Absolutely.
When you see the 4559, that means it's they're probably in DC.
Right,
the
right.
30 to 34, they're probably in Tyson's. So it depends on rush hour and everything too.
Yeah,
so
that's a good call out.
It's a good.
I think when jobs are plentiful as they are in Metro DC, it gives you options in terms of your work.
I think so.
So to the concept of designing your life, I think that's really important, right? If you know that you're working in Reston and you have kind of a long-term solid feel about your scenario and that business and that company, then hey, maybe it makes a lot of sense to live in Reston as well as work in Reston.
Yep.
And then you can really leverage the weekends for getting into town, going into DC, going out to Baltimore, maybe taking some trips up to New York or the other things that you may be interested in.
Right,
so that's good stuff.
Yeah. Now, they've got some good schools in Reston, as you can see here, A+ and A's, Langley High School, James Madison High School, Westfield High School, South Lakes High School, Forestville Elementary. Just keep those in mind as you're looking for a home in the DC area, and if schools are important. Schools, we don't care about schools. So we're done with schools.
We care.
We're done.
We just don't have children
I don't care about
in school
schools. I'm done.
So,
but if you care about schools,
so the point is
Reston, Virginia.
So I just wanted to double click on this, right, because we're getting more and more questions
It's the place to
around
be.
school for children as well as grandchildren of people who are considering this area. So we added this piece into the information this week so that we can really kind of drill down into the school scenario. So there are 20 schools in Reston, 10 public and 10 private. And from a public school perspective, Reston spends about $14,978 per student.
Wow.
Right? So that's a bit more than the average in the United States of $12,383. So that shows that the community is investing in the children, they're investing in the school system, they think it's important. There are 13 pupils per teacher on average.
That's really good.
So that's a super
Usually it's
good.
like in the 20s, isn't
Right,
it? Yeah.
Right. So that's a super good ratio from that perspective.
Yeah.
There are 402 students per librarian and 324 children per counselor.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
So I
That's
just thought
very
some of those
good.
data points were important, as well as some of the schools that we're highlighting here on the screen in terms of it being top public schools in Reston. And so that's important to people who have children or grandchildren that's germane to their education.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And if you like anything you see here today, hit that like button. It's going to help us with the algorithm and get more people to check us out, which we would really, really like. So
Come again. Bring a friend.
let's look at the comments. Good morning, everyone.
What's going on? What's going on?
Thank you for joining us.
We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all out there in comment land.
I am so glad that people are
What's
starting
happening?
to
What's happening?
talk to one another and talk to one another. This is a community. This
Yep.
is a community because it's hard when you're looking for someplace new to live.
Right.
It's like if you don't know anybody, even if you do, you want to talk to other people. You want to see what their experience is, how it is for them, compare it to yours, get tips from them, places they're looking to live, places they're looking for jobs.
Baby.
You want to think about where you want to live.
me.
Don't worry about the job. Don't worry. Think of it first. Manifest it first in your head, and it'll happen. Let's go to the
Thoughts becomes things.
Good morning, Crop 911.
My guy.
What's up?
What's up? North Carolina representative.
Oh, hey, Gina Barnes. Good morning, Kinfolk.
What up, Kinfolk?
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, Mia Ford has a question for us.
What's Mia talking about?
She's-
Was it
I'm a
Maya?
s-
I think it might be
Oh,
Maya.
I'm sorry, Maya.
Maya
Good
Ford.
morning, Maya. I'm a single parent based in my field. Would expect to make about $50K
Okay.
in Maryland. Is this a livable wage in Maryland? And what cities would we recommend?
Right,
Yes, most
right.
definitely PG County, all the way,
Yeah.
all the way, PG County. Now, a single parent situation, you may have to find a housing situation that's a little bit older or smaller. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to change your thinking about your income.
Change it.
I want you to add
No
about
limits.
$20,000 to that. I want you to look for something that's a little bit more because it's going to help you and your child be a little bit more comfortable.
Right.
I don't know what age your child is, but if you have to pay for daycare, that's going to put a little, it's going to mess you up a little bit. Now, if they're in school, if they're school age, it's going to be fine. But what about after school?
Yep.
What about activities and things like that? Think about those things that you want for your
Extracurricular.
child. Extracurricular. You're going to want to be able to afford those things.
Right.
So don't just limit yourself to $50K. Let's get that out of here.
Yeah.
Let's get that limitation out of here.
Yeah.
Because in DC, you can get more, girl.
There you go. Up
You
level
can
your
get more.
skills.
Up-level
side
your skills.
hustle.
Talk to people.
Network.
See what companies are paying more or the most in your field and go for those.
Boom.
Make a plan and go for those.
I like it.
Okay?
I like
I
it.
love it. Love you guys. Oh, you're so inspiring. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Maya.
You can do it, girl. You can do it.
You can do it. Put your mind
Yes,
into it.
Gina. Urban, suburban. Isn't that the coolest thing? Urban, suburban. It's like perfect.
Right.
Urban, suburban is perfect. That's why we picked Reston today.
Yeah. Out there in the birds, but you still have the density. You still got a nice mix of people. That's dope. I agree.
The other reason we picked Reston is because it was on that list we talked about last week of
What was the
boom
list, baby?
towns. The boom towns
like
list. in
future
the
boom
DMV.
towns, right?
No, boom towns now.
Oh, current boom towns.
They're booming now. Like if you are able to buy property in Reston, you're going to be sitting good in about 10 years.
Booming.
Ree said, good morning. Good morning,
What up, Ree? What up, Ree?
Okay.
Ree.
Gina said they drive. You know,
Talking
y'all,
about the
I'm
drivers.
just used to it.
Look. Let me tell you. That's just what it is.
That's just what it is.
I don't drive like that anymore. Now, when I was
Oh,
younger,
he's so cool now.
I was definitely on the zip game.
Zip, zip.
With my man Lee Corso beyond.
You know,
on the
I
weekend.
have to hold a handle on the side like the little old ladies do. I be sitting over there like this.
Yeah, I'm just cruising now. I'm
I love
cruising.
it though.
Too
I
cool
love
for
the
that.
cruising.
Yeah.
It's so cool. We let the little crazies go around us.
Yeah, shout out to my Maryland people. I think the Maryland people have the award right now for fastest drivers out here on the
Yeah,
Beltway.
it's very interesting. Whenever we're on the road and a Maryland just goes, it's always a Maryland.
Hey, they're like, I got to
tag.
get there. I got to get where I need to go.
They don't care where they are. They don't care if they're cameras.
That's what it is.
They just don't
They
pay
know
them,
all the
I guess.
spots.
I don't know.
They know how to avoid 5-0.
I'm
They know where the
I'm
speed
offended.
traps are.
They do. I'm offended
They
when
know
I
where
get
the-
one of them little things in the mail.
they
I be
know where
like,
the
I didn't even
cameras
meet
are.
you, and I got a ticket in the mail. I didn't even get to say hi, officer.
Maryland crew know all this stuff.
Yeah, they sure do.
Yeah, they're not playing out here. They moving. They on the move.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on.
What am I holding on for, baby?
I'm trying to see what Random
Holding
McCrae.
on.
So Randon McCrae says
Wait a minute, let
we're
me
a
finish my song. Let me finish my song. It's very positive. Your love is gone. And that's no lie. Because you said, hold on.
holding on.
Dun.
It's very okay. I got when the love is strong,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
that's no lie. That's LTD.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
LTD,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, we telling our age,
Yeah,
y'all.
chop
We're
it.
a 3-member family unit,
Okay.
moved to North Carolina from PG County.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
in 2018, and looking. It's gonna come back just a second.
Put that back up there, baby.
And looking to relocate to the DMV
Okay, I see you right here.
soon.
Okay.
Okay, so you're in North Carolina
Yeah,
now.
they're in North Carolina. So they were in
get
PG.
out of North
What-
Carolina.
Listen, don't be crapping on my North Carolina crew.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay, look. So they were in PG County,
Yep.
went to North Carolina.
Yep.
And now they're in the process of moving back, and they want it to be as seamless as possible.
They want it to be as seamless as possible.
So I would say the first thing you want to do is check out every video that we've done over the last 2 months, because we have broken down
a lot of little towns.
the mindset.
Yeah. Yep.
We've broken down the towns that you can.
Yep. Binge on
wanna
our
consider.
videos. And
And then I think also that they have a positive paradigm of what it's like to live here because
Yeah.
they did live in PG.
yeah.
So I think you really want to sort of zoom out and take the approach that Tracy and I are really accentuating here is design your life.
Yeah.
Why is it that you're moving back?
Yeah, think about
Right?
those things.
So what's bringing you back? Is that a job? Is that family member? Maybe someone's ill. Maybe it's like we just feel more comfortable in the DMV, right? So really zoom in on that piece, right? And so now you want to build your life around that component. Think about where you're going to work, how you're going to work. Is that virtual? Are you going to have to go to a location with respect to how you're going to execute? Are you going to be taking care of this family member, or you need to be near certain family members, right? You want that to be, very seamless, right? You have other people in your family, the children to consider, right? Where they're going to go to school, what does that piece look like?
Right.
Right. And so putting all those things together and then creating a plan around that, that's really where the seamless piece is going to begin, right? Because you're in corporate, we call that working backward, right? And so the idea is that what does the life that you envision look like?
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that look like? Okay, so let's create that, and now let's work backward from there to put together the action steps that are going to map to that very seamlessly for you. So those are some of the top of mind things I would say relating to your seamless move.
Yeah, I think if it's 3 of you, I think at least one of you have a job prior to moving back. If you can transfer, that's all the better. If you have a business that transfers or moves with you, great. But just make sure that income is flowing and you base that lifestyle off that income. That's what made our lives here so much better. We based it off one income when we moved here. Can we do this on one income? And then when I got the job, it just made it even easier and it made it even better. The area itself is not that expensive. The housing is expensive. The housing is super expensive here. And they don't talk about it much. I always see LA and New York and everything. But sometimes, I'm sorry, DC is more, and I don't want you to get shocked by that value, by that that fact. But there are pockets, there are areas you can live in, as you know, that have the same life, but they're just a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. So solve for the housing piece,
And
solve
plan
for the
it.
schools, solve
Design
for
it.
the key things that you're looking to solve for, and then design it from there.
Yeah, so we'll get to some more questions later. Let's hop back into the show. So what's the first thing? We've got the restaurant owners. Did I put that up here? Cap fence. Yeah, I did. There we go. So the restaurant owners and residents are relieved as the outer Capitol fence comes down. And I know some people are like, what's the big deal?
So we're talking about what happened in the DMV right now, right?
Yes.
Did we skip anything?
No.
Okay, cool.
I just hopped right into it.
So we talking about what
It's
happened
only
in the
an hour-long
DMV this
show.
week. In the next phase of the show, we're talking about what happened in the DMV.
Okay. There we go. I'm sorry. Let's try that again.
Boom, boom, boom.
So next, what happened in the DMV this week?
They took the fence down around the United States Capitol. How about that?
We're really excited about this, y'all.
Yeah, because you drive over in the city, it was just looking crazy.
It looked like
We were like, what is this? Washington, D.C. is such a beautiful
It's
city. It
gorgeous.
is such an example of what a complete planned urban environment looks like, right, in terms of the design, the layout, the structure and architecture of the buildings. So many positive attributes to Washington, D.C. in general. And when you drove over there and you saw
it looked like a prison camp.
this giant fencing and you saw all of this military presence and dudes standing around the street with these
guns,
automatic weapons and military gear and Humvees and all of this stuff. It was just weird, man.
So we avoided going into the city because
Yeah.
it just kind of brought us down. It brought the mood down, and to go around these beautiful monuments
Yeah.
and areas and parks and literally see fences, black fences that you could barely look through,
Yeah.
and see guys standing around, uniformed guys with guns strapped on. I was like, this is crazy. And so all of it is coming back to normal. DC gearing, get that tourist money. Yeah, it's tourist season is happening now.
Yeah, so the theme of the article was really talking about the restaurant owners and the residents, people that live in the city, right, in those areas where that fencing was, and how it was so impactful for them to see the removal of the fencing beginning to happen and allowing people in the neighborhood some level of some sense of normalcy. So I thought that was pretty cool, right? So that was kind of the one major thing that happened
And
in the
it's
city.
just in time for...
The cherry blossoms are here.
Isn't that such a pretty picture, guys?
That's a dope shot right there.
So this is what it's going to look like probably next week.
Look, if you don't live in the DMV or have never been to the DMV
During the spring.
let me tell you, this cherry blossom thing is like an international situation right here. I mean, there are people literally from all over the world that come to Washington, D.C. typically every spring to see the cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
And so they were like gifts from
Japan.
like the Japanese government to Washington, D.C.
Like 2,000
many
trees.
many decades ago. And so, it's just like a serious thing, right? The National Park Service or whomever it is does like this phenomenal job upkeeping the trees during the course of the year. And there's so much more to it than just the spring, right? Because they have to continue to maintain things. They have to make sure that they are taking care of the root systems. Sometimes over there, because they're around the tidal basin, the water gets high over there, and sometimes the roots of the trees can have like too much water and some other things I was reading.
Oh, really?
But the point is
educating
that,
yourself on a cherry trees.
Hey, it's serious. If you're gonna be in DC, you're gonna be a Washingtonian. You got to know about these cherry trees.
I can't wait to go drive around the city and see them. We live across the street from a
golf course.
a golf course, and they've lined the golf course with them, and they're starting to pop.
Yeah.
I'm getting so excited.
It's crazy.
And
Which
so
takes us to the point of this article that was talking about other ways that you can see cherry blossoms, right? Because this year we're still in the midst of the panorama, and so you still, even though it's outdoors and people want to come and they want to see the cherry blossoms, you can't have so many people in the space,
Right.
unlike in years past. You can just be out there thick.
it was
like
thick. It was just like
you're in Times Square on New Year's Eve.
right.
I
It
mean,
was
it's
crazy.
like serious out
Like
there.
every weekend.
So this year, the Park Service is going to be limiting how many people can get out there, and so they're going to be kind of monitoring the crowds.
And even roads, they're shutting down roads because some people just drive through.
yeah, you can do like a drive-through tour, which is dope,
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
right? And so the point is, there's several places throughout the DMV that have cherry blossom trees other than the ones around the tidal basin.
Yep.
Which is crazy, right? So that gives you some alternatives, right? Especially in the time of enlightenment during the panorama, you want to make sure that you have some alternatives, right? So
you can see them by water.
you can
get a paddle boat and see them by water.
A kayak.
Kayak, because you can go to little kayak stations and kayak and see them by water.
So these are cherry blossom hacks we hitting y'all with.
Yeah, and there's neighborhoods. There's a developer that developed a neighborhood in Bethesda called Kenwood. And they line the streets with cherry blossom trees.
Crazy.
So you can drive through there and see them. But they said go at about dusk. So these are things you get to experience being a resident of the area. And these are things you should experience if you are a resident. We pay so much to live here, and we have the kind of jobs that are high level stress jobs. There are a lot of people that live here. Enjoy the cool things about living here.
Take in the goodness.
This is something that they're starting to do too. I just thought this was kind of cute. They got Kamala and Joe on a white horse this is DC right here, y'all. This right here is a common sight in DC. They love the occupants of the White House right now. And you can drive around and see it. And people stop and wave when they see the motorcades. It's just the coolest place to live during this time. But you can actually, and we're going to don't forget to go visit our Facebook page, Heath and Tracy and the Know the DMV.
What is it, baby?
Heath and Tracy Know the DMV. It's new, y'all. Bear with me. But jump on there, and I'm going to have pictures going on this week. I've got some pictures. One of our good friends, David Rice, takes some gorgeous pictures around D.C.
Shout out David Rice.
I love posting his pictures on our Facebook page. This is another pedal porch. This one's a little bit more extravagant. But people are doing this, trying to change the narrative around the blossom trees and just taking in the excitement of getting out, since our positivity rate has gone down quite a bit in the region. And the vaccination rate has increased tremendously. We're not seeing a lot of deaths. We're not seeing a lot of infections. So people are starting to become a little bit more active with the weather and everything. I hope it doesn't go up. Mask up. Mask up.
We almost there, y'all.
Y'all wear a mask. Putting down it. Yes or no? Y'all wear a mask.
Yep.
What else we got for me?
The National Arboretum.
Oh, that is another place.
Yep.
That is another place. Let's go back to some questions.
The National Arboretum is a dope place to see some cherry trees.
All right. Let's see. IPR says, good morning. Good morning, IPR. Look at that outfit. It looks cool.
What up?
It looks cool.
Suit game strong.
Yeah.
Dress game strong.
Okay.
I see you out here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, S. Smith. I'm glad you appreciate the school section. We're going to start putting the school sections in.
See,
Sorry
I'm looking
about
out. I'm looking out.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah.
Let's see. IPR. Is this a question? Let's see. New York spends about $27K per student. That's a lot. Of them are terrible. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to be spending, and they're not that good.
Right.
But yeah, keep in mind that this is a community for you all. This is your show. So if there's something that we're not talking about that you want to see, hit us in the comments and we'll do it. If there's a question we're not answering, hit us in the comments and we'll do it. And we even answer questions after the show. I keep up with the comments and everything in our studio after the show. So just let us know if there's something or there's a town you want us to hit. We are going to start. So the way we do it is we do DC, Maryland, and Virginia. There are.
Yeah, we move around.
We move around. So if there's a town you want us to hit, we're going to hit the boom towns that are happening right now, and places that are a little bit more affordable because we know what it's like.
Yeah,
what did Gina say here? Successful Black husband and wife teams has hooked me to the Oh, thank you.
We appreciate you, Gina.
We appreciate that so much. We appreciate that. There's not enough representation.
There you go.
Oh no, you just hit the where is it? There it is. Thank you, Gina. Thank you. Yeah, there's not enough representation of us and what we do and how we think and how we move as Black people.
Making Black history every day.
Every day. And we just want to be a representation of you all and what it is. And we're real. We're real with it. There's no there's no air here.
Yes.
There's no airs here.
A lot of
you know.
transparency.
Right, a lot of transparency. So now we're going to jump into the Mindset Minute. Design your life when you're moving to the place you want to move to. Design your life. And what we're going to talk about today is the importance of resilience. Okay.
Yeah, resiliency is really dope, right? Because you have to, with all the things that are going on in the world, and you'll see these things, these crazy things, just continue to accelerate. And so you want to make sure that you are being mentally resilient regardless of what's happening in your life.
Right.
And so we just thought that was a great dovetail into the mindset of moving, adjusting your family, right? Much like some of the questions that we received earlier today about making things seamless. So you definitely want to make sure that you're exercising some of this mental resiliency to execute your life and designing the best scenario for you and your family.
Yeah, so the first point about resiliency is resilient people have a positive image of their future.
Right.
They maintain that positive outlook, and they think that there are going to be better days ahead. So when you think about your move, right, relax, get into a state of mind of everything I do is going to be good.
Right.
Everything I do is going to lift me and my family up. My kids are going to make friends. My kids are going to do well in school. The people at my new job are going to like me. My business is going to flourish.
Yes.
When you start thinking about that, you're going to be resilient to any challenges.
Yes,
Right? Because you're
yes.
going to see them as small. You're going to see them as moot.
I hope somebody picked up on those the affirmations that you were just dropping right there.
It's
I
all
like
about affirmations, y'all.
affirming what it is that you want.
Think it first, though.
Call those things that be not as though they were.
Think it first. That's how you manifest it.
There you go. Speak it.
What's another point that resilient people have, baby?
Yeah, I think having those goals in place, right? I saw a piece on I think it was Denzel Washington that had these young actors around him, and he was dropping it on them. He was like, dreams without goals are just dreams.
That's all, y'all.
Right. And so I think that when you unlock that piece, right, and understanding having those solid goals and the desire to achieve those goals is going to help you manifest those dreams that you have. So one piece of resiliency is having
love
those
that.
goals in place. And so
Yeah.
now as you begin to pursue them, you have these checkpoints along the way to show you your progress. So I think that's a really powerful thing.
Yeah, that's super powerful and it's going to help you when those challenges come up. Another thing is resilient people are empathetic and compassionate.
Right.
You know, but they don't waste time worrying. They don't worry about what other people think about them.
Ooh.
They don't worry about what mom and them think about you moving to this area. Oh, it's so expensive.
Or doing what you need
or
to do.
whatever you don't fall into that trap.
Yeah.
But be understanding of other people that don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, because of the fears that they're dealing with at the time. When you hear other people speak negatively about the area, be compassionate, be empathetic. Don't put judgment on them in any type of way. There are people that live here that are struggling. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But what I have found about the people that live here are struggling is that they are doing the best they can. And they are people here are doing it well. Remember
Absolutely.
that song?
Doing it well. That one came out a lot in our some of our relationship content.
Oh yeah, that referred to a totally different
thing.
subject.
But you know, another thing I wanted to say about this baby is that even with what Tracy and I are doing, right? We always bring a positive vibe. We uplift people. We do the very best we can to deliver content and information, and we receive all kinds of weird things in terms of people condemning us or saying weird things about stuff that we're producing.
Right.
And we look at each other like, what? Right. And so the point is that we don't allow that to hamper or inhibit us from continuing to do what we think makes sense for us and our community. Right. And so from that perspective, it's the same thing as what we're saying here is that you want to be empathetic and compassionate to people in general, but don't allow other people's thoughts and beliefs connected to you hinder you from what it is that you know you need to be doing.
Right. And then the other thing is when those challenges happen, resilient people don't ever think of themselves as victims. They don't focus their time or their energy on changing the things that they have control over, because it is what it is. I'm not a victim. Nothing happened to me. I created the situation, so I can recreate a new situation. So think about it in that manner. Think about it as just a lesson, and move on and learn from it.
Yep.
You know, how we view any adversity is and stress is going to affect how you succeed.
It doesn't matter what happens. The only thing that matters is how you think about what happens.
There you go. Say that again, baby.
It doesn't matter what happens. It's how you think about what happens that matters.
Right. And the fact that we're going to fail from time to time. You might not get the job that you're looking for. You might not get the house or the apartment. You might not be able to live in the town when you first move here. But it's not a failure. It's an inevitable part of living. It's just life.
It's not a loss. It's a lesson.
I love that, baby. You got them rolling off the tongue today.
It's all good.
Okay. And sometimes we're going to make mistakes. We're going to fall on our faces. But be resilient. Stand in the positivity of that. Have solid goals and achieve those goals. Be empathetic and compassionate to those around you. Don't act like a victim. The only way to avoid this is to live in a shuttered life. If you live in a shuttered life, you're never going to fail. Yeah, you're never going to fail. You have a meager existence. It won't be full. And that's when we say when you move here and you live here, think about the things that we're talking about doing.
There you go.
Think about the thing. Get out, enjoy the town that you're living in, and even do it where you live now. Okay?
I never lose. All I do is win or learn.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
How you trying to take over my singing game?
I'm picking it up, baby. You know how people be married for a long time and then they start looking alike, they start acting alike. That's all that's happening. That's all that's
people
happening.
used to say we looked alike when we started dating. Howard.
Yeah, I don't. Did we? Well, that's the picture right there.
You know, I think it was because we were both so happy. I think it was because we were both so happy, and we had these beautiful smiles that reminded people of each other.
I think that's
we were
what
just
it is.
radiating the love.
That we had. Yeah, we were. Oh my God, we were giddy, super in love. I think we still are.
That hadn't changed. They can see the pictures behind us.
Yeah, I think we still are. We've been really blessed. And we do like to be an example for those of you that are seeking it or are in it. Hang in there. It's not perfect every day.
Nope.
It's not perfect every day, just so you know. It's not, but it's going to be okay.
But we're perfect for one another.
Let's see. Any more questions? I don't think we had any more questions.
Let's see, baby.
I didn't pull any from
Scroll down.
the other this week. I apologize. But if you have any questions after the show, if anything pops in your head, go ahead and pop it down there. Pop it on in. Oh, we ran through the show today. I must be hungry.
Well, we're about 50 minutes. That's cool.
That's pretty good.
Give the people what they need.
And we want to say thank you. You could be doing anything else this beautiful Saturday morning, and you decided to join us. Thank you.
Preach.
Thank you. We appreciate the subscribers. We're almost at 5,000. We're going to do something really fun. If you want to tell us what to do, jump on in here. This is your show. But once we hit 5,000, and that's from several things, but 5,000 subscribers is like a big thing for us because we just never really thought about it like that.
Right.
And so we're here. We're here for you. Any questions that you have, and we love you. And remember,
y'all, wherever you're going, don't just live there.
Design your life there. I almost forgot my line. Take care. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy this first day of spring and be kind to each other.
All right. Bless up.